Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for Spoken and Heard Open Mic here at Kickbutt Coffee in Austin, Texas? I'm Ernie B, and here's your host, Hot Tamale, and the lovely Lost in Thought.
He's a gorgeous bitch. Ow! All right, what's happening, Kickbutt? You are about to witness the best, the baddest open mic in the ATX, spoken and heard live every Sunday night at Kickbutt Coffee, Music, and Booze. That's right, this is not your average ordinary coffee shop. We do have a full bar. And behind the bar tonight, we have the goddess Alyssa, who will keep you fed, caffeinated, and drunk too. Okay, we can do that. But you got to make sure to give your bartender plenty of dead presidents. Show your appreciation to your open mic. Do not just drink water. Go over there and order something delicious, because we have all mixed wells for $25. Get your antioxidants and your booze at the same time. I totally recommend the Bloody Mary. It's delicious. Lost in Thought, what did you drink today?
Alyssa made me this gingerbread smoothie, which was really good.
Gingerbread smoothie?
Yes.
Yes, our bartenders are mix masters. Honestly, you could say, just make something that tastes like, and they can. Trust me, they're really good. Today, I kind of went old school. I had a shot of Jack, so whee! And with a chaser of pickle beer. If you have not tasted pickle beer yet, and you love pickles, you owe it to yourself. Go get yourself a pickle beer. It is delicious. So, Lost in Thought, what the hell are you doing to that mic stand?
This was loose.
Stop. Lost in Thought. It was fine before you touched it. See? All right, if you want to sing your song, dance your dance, strut your stuff, and hopefully have better stage presence than that right there.
There are such things as triangular strip poles?
Oh, God. That's a marker, dear. You've never noticed that every single time you've gotten on the stage?
How would they hold on to it?
You're screwing my mojo, man. Okay, you're not wrong. So if you want to sing your song, dance your dance, strut your stuff, and dance better than that, go over to Lost in Thought, me, Hot Tamale, or Ernie B behind the soundboard. Go over to Ernie B just so he can say.
Okay, I got the video feed up on the TV over there. Again, it's about 30 to 40 seconds behind.
And it's really fucking blurry.
Oh, that's because I'm out of focus. But it'll focus here in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, so when people read online, you'll be able to see them over there.
I thought I was blurry, but that was the shot of Jack. Anyway.
Okay. So, I think everything's working.
Okay, check it out. Like 30 seconds ago, that's what Lost in Thought was doing. Oh, shit. Alrighty, so Lost in Thought, who is our first contestant to the stage?
Well, as always, it's going to be in spirit, in virtual spirit. Let's hear it for the Electric Lightning himself, all the way from Australia, Tom Moon.
Woo!
I really want to know. I want to know the songs of Nietzscheans and agnosticism, falling like clothes on the floor, like leaves, like dandruff, like snow in Egypt. But we are part of each other, particle consciousness. We rise and fall, mama, as waves do, close to the hutcha, truth. Too often off-grid, off-target, off-map, out of our minds, trembling closest to the divine mysteries. Awaken, Soren Kierkegaard. Sing, Gerald Manley Hopkins. Bukowski and Henry Miller in the Sad Cafe. Gary Schneider and the Chinese Confucians today. Lawrence Ferlinghetti's San Fran Sounds Again. Back to the Bus, Harlem Renaissance, you too sing America. Every Native American, Joy Harjo. Every bucolic, William Stafford. Before wars, Rumi, Kabir, Layla, Mirabai. During wars, Robert Bly. After wars, William Blake. And those voices heard howling over borders, Palestinian poets, Somalian poets, Yemeni poets. You have music in your struggle. Russian poets, either Dasha or Gulag, Da or Niet. Baudelaire, Rimbaud, La Fontaine, William Watling, William Wordsworth. There are voices in the long grass. Bison and wolves released to wilderness. Fences fall, forests rise, water is freed from dams, and all fracking vanished again. Come, wilderness, come, wild spirits, restore your wild harmonies, your storms of sweet surrender, with signs of life, activists anonymous. If you love waters tonight, activate on their behalf. Stop fracking Gulf Coast waste and St. Augustine grasses. Water will be there for you in your time of Texas drought. If you love air tonight, act against aerial pollutants. Transform oil and gas industries to water-based ones like hydrogen. If you love land, cease mining for your crystals to heal again. Mining is intrusive to all land energies. If you love fire, use it as fire breaks to prevent brush fires and to burn off all those dead and trident. Elemental this, to work with earth, air, fire, and water. There are more than 4 directions. Next to work on your inner, your outer, as above, so below. Oh!
All right, to the only man that resembles a traffic cone, give it up for Tom Moonbird. I swear you could put him in a construction zone. You'd be like, whoa, sorry, dude.
I think Tom Moon is the only performer where I can say I can hear the colors.
Yeah, and that's before the acid kicks in. Totally. All righty. Lost in Thought. What kind of list do we have today?
Oh, we've got quite a list.
How many people we got? Come on, give me a rough guesstimate here.
1, 2, 3,
92
4, 5,
people.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, and they're all
12,
outside
15,
smoking.
About 14.
14? Okay, wow, that's a pretty good list. Wow.
We
good
also have
job.
more virtual people tonight. We'll have some more virtual people tonight, too.
Good deal. And
Yeah, I thought I saw a couple of new faces on there.
one thing I also did want to say, when a performer is up here and you want to catch up with one of your fellow poets, be considerate of the performer on the stage. Yeah, if you want to like say something, that's why sometimes you see me like grab Lost in Thought by the shirt and haul him outside, because I don't want to like elevate my voice while someone's on stage. If you need to catch up with one of your friends, it's like, take it outside, or like go toward the bathroom, because it takes a lot of guts to get on the stage. Because I mean, look at this. The lights, the sound, the monitors. It's a little intimidating. I mean, I'm used to it, but some people might not be.
Sometimes we ourselves as hosts even have to remind ourselves to respect the poet.
Yes, absolutely. And see, in the old days, we used to just go, hey, respect the poet. I don't want to just...
But that in itself is kind of rude.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I don't want to bother the person up here. So if you want to socialize, if you want to like go from table to table, meet your friends or whatever, take it outside,
Or just keep it whisper,
Then that's really hard, because especially the way he whispers, oh God, you can't understand it. It just sounds like air, hot air. So, like I said, be considerate to your fellow performers.
Your ear gets all steamy. Ugh.
It's gross, trust me. Okay, Lost in Thought. Who is coming up next?
So coming up next. Let's hear it for Little Miss JoJo.
JoJo's making her way up to the stage. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Those of you in Facebook land and other places, YouTube land. We're streaming live, in case you don't know, on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're a member of the Witness Protection Program, I wouldn't advise getting on stage right now.
Is it my turn? Yes, girl. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hi. Oh, I interrupted my shit. Let's see here. Everybody's my friends here. Y'all are very, 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 just really patient with me. Okay, I'm going to read this by Birdman. I take his books around with me, and I enjoy reading. The end of summer. As summer comes to an end, the sun's heat simmers down. Leaves on the oak tree begin to turn brown. The air is thin as a breeze flows in the night. Brushes start to turn dull from lack of sunlight. The birds chirp as they fly free. Limbs and twigs fall to the ground by the big oak tree. The leaves fall down as the clouds change their colors. The ground is rotting with the scent of another autumn. Just keeps coming. Okay. This is just written on little papers. I hope I sparkle. This is a little girl. You see, she was give to Granny. She never unfolded, not really, like a wrinkled tiny bird. She right in the mind, Granny say. No darkness of the soul. Good before God, Granny say. Cephas name her sparkle so her light will never go out. Cephas dance around holding Sparkle, and she laughs and makes funny face. When she cries, Cephas tease her, and she hugs him. Well, soon Sparkle got very, very tired. She wouldn't play with her little duck anymore. She went away. She rested in Jesus' arms, Granny say. Is she dancing? Cephas say. Yes, like the wind, Granny say. Mr. Charlie dug a warm bed in Granny's garden. Cephas carried Sparkle wrapped in her blanket and lay her in her warm bed. Mr. Charlie wrote Sparkle on a piece of paper and tacked it to a wood cross. Mr. Charlie say, what was Sparkle's bottom name? Cephas say, we don't know, Mr. Charlie. You see, she was give to Granny. No paper hats. He was sweet. I didn't mind. He was holiday ambrosia, or as still as a stem of dozy wine when he felt safe. We bunched and printed quilts and drew smiles on our foolishness. Eating olives wrapped in cheese, we laughed and burped our wine without decorum. And then the talk of going back. To home, he said, south to Normalsville. No paper hats. You can paint, he said, and I will do hair in a garret by the lake. Perhaps my mother will take notice and at long last love me. Well, okay. That's number 2. Stealing a stone. A thief, that's what I have become here in ancient Ephesus, where even footprints are sacred, I'm told, beyond the walls and into the tombs of sleeping bones and dust. St. John lies there, guarded by an immense dog in its place from a lineage of 1,000 years and on. He stretches out on the flat rock and falls asleep in the midday sun. As if all is well. I lean low as to capture a forbidden stone, curling it into my fingers. I stumble, steady, give a guilty stand, and disappear among the olive trees. Back across a wide sea, I placed the stone on my son's own shelf above his name. Then a mighty cloud of witnesses pressed in and close. Well, if I can't finish it on paper, a mighty cloud of witnesses came in, and the sounds were sad crying and bellowing, and the world was shaking. And I think I'm up Schitt's Creek right now. I'll never bring little pieces anymore. Okay. One more chance, and then I'll give it up. Well, we'll do it another time. I don't want to take up any more time. But thank you, guys.
All right.
All right, give it up for JoJo.
Oh,
And I love her hair.
I do too.
See, that kind of reminds me. It's like people are always asking me when I'm at work. They're like, "Well, how'd you do your hair? What color did you use? Did you bleach it?" I was like, "Nope. This is my rebellion against my gray. Instead of covering it up with black or brown or red like all my aunts, I'm watching you, tias. They all went redhead, and my mom actually smacked me when I told her, I said, I don't remember them being redheads when I was growing up.
But it ends up looking orange.
Yeah, it does. They all get that carrot top look, and it's not attractive. So I went, fuck it, and I've done blue, red, purple, pink. I'm trying to figure out what I should do next. I was kind of thinking banana yellow.
Yellow. I was just going to say yellow.
Yeah, banana yellow that would like glow under UV light or something.
Fluorescent green. Steve Vai green.
You don't think I'll look like that Billy chick? What's her name?
Oh.
Yeah.
Irish.
Well, I don't think I'll look like her, but I don't want people to go, "Oh, you're trying to look like her." No, not at all.
What about Acapulco Gold?
Isn't that a weed strain? Okay, Birdman, I can always count on you to make it horrifically and illegally awkward. Thank you, Birdman. I'm kidding. Okay, so Lost in Thought. Who is coming up next?
You know, in my early 20s, I dyed my hair blonde.
You did?
I did.
Was it like Billy Idol blonde?
I don't think so.
How blonde was it?
White wedding.
It was like a mix of like I had blonde tips all through my hair.
Oh, you did the tip route. Sorry, dude.
Actually, no, it was actually.
Is that when your hair looks like ramen?
No. I
Top ramen, mind you, not the good stuff.
I look good.
Okay.
Chop
Come
right.
on, Lost in Thought, join us. Don't
Join us.
forget about the mixed well specials, $4.25. Get yourself a rum and coke. Get yourself a mimosa. Get yourself a whiskey and coke. Get yourself a Bloody Mary. They're all delicious.
Get coked up.
Get coked up.
So
That would be illegal.
So coming up next,
Coming up next.
we
Who is
have
next?
we're going virtual again.
Who is it?
It's going to be Birdman 313.
Please direct your attention to the monitor behind the bar in about 30 seconds.
Hello, everybody. I want to say to Miss JoJo, thank you for reading the poem out of my book. I loved it. I also want to say my 10th poetry book came out this past week. It's titled Poetry in Flight. It's at Amazon.com.
/author/Birdman313. You can also go to my YouTube page to see videos. You can actually see Tom and when we used to do things live at youtube.com/author-poet-birdman31355. So this poem here, we was doing something earlier before Ernie them cut in. And I'm
Hey.
gonna read some. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. I'm gonna read this poem. I had started it, and it's the book was my 9th book, and it's poems by Birdman 313. It's titled Ghetto Streets. Speaking in ghetto ways, I was born an unwanted child and was handed over to the state. My biological family was crazy. I mean that my mother was a young mom and my dad was a bigamist. My brothers sold drugs and my sister was having babies. Repeating this cycle would be crazy. I tried to embrace the street and everything it would teach me. Hustling and selling drugs just to be considered cool. Weed, gambling, and number houses were what I knew. I talked the ghetto talk around the thugs and ladies. You know what I mean? Yo, yo, it's like this and like that, and watch me flow. Talking the talk and walking the walk, but trying not to become a ghetto dad with this one or that one. School was on my mind for a short time. I turned it all over as I felt it all behind. Turning back to the street, only to stay above water. Bringing my books and finishing my school was all I was trying to do. Everyone was hating on me because my game was blowing up. Stop the violence. Let's all hit the books and become ghetto poets. The sky's the limit, even if we speak ghetto style. It's okay because our minds still have a brain. No one listens. No one cares. Still have my ghetto side even in school. Talking to people like I was so damn cool. They were all once ghetto just like me. I'll never forget those days I spent alone in the ghetto with just paper, pen, books, and friends talking ghetto. I will always be the same. The streets will never change. But guess what? I have become a poet from the ghetto streets.
Yay, Birdman, Birdman.
Woo! And my next one, I guess I will read another one.
Oops.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, hey, you want me off?
No, go ahead. I thought you were done, man. I'm sorry.
I'm just messing with you. This one here is titled Flowing Stream. This is a more mellow type. Here in the woods where there is lots of free time, a flowing stream can bring peace, joy, and relaxation. Walking beside the flowing stream toward a new path that can lead you to your goals and dreams. Get the motivation you need by enjoying the mist that is felt from the river as it splashes up against the rocks. As the stream flows fast and slow along its path, you can see it making ripples as it passes over rocks. The wind whispers with a cool breeze as you watch the flow. Relaxation is felt. Worldly thoughts race in your mind from time to time when the stream flows rough. This unsurpassed beauty melts into the scene of a waterfall rushing down a mountainside. This is where a dream can become a calm delight. The flowing stream expands your mind with all your wildest imagination toward unlimited fulfillment of your goals and dreams. Thank you, Birdman 313. Yeah.
All right. All the way from Houston, Texas.
H-Town in the house. Give it up for Birdman 313.
Yeah.
Woo! Talking about Acapulco gold being a shade. Right. Yeah, a shade of green. All right. Yeah, this kind of green.
That just makes me think of that 80s song Caribbean Queen.
Huh?
Caribbean.
Exactly. See, Birdman, you just said it perfectly. No matter what reference Lane says, that's usually the stock answer. Huh?
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, Lost in Thought. Who's coming up
My
next?
camera keeps going out of focus. Doesn't like me.
Go ahead and blame Clint.
Oops, I hit the wrong button.
Just kidding. Just kidding, Clint. We love you.
Oops. I'm bouncing your.
I love you too.
I'm bouncing your camera all over the place. Sorry.
So don't
Yeah, you'll see
worry
it. You'll see it in a
about
minute.
what
over
you're
here, but
looking on the computer. The sound isn't screwing.
I'd like to
up.
remind everyone this is a
It
free show, so
Yeah, I know it really is. So
don't expect. I don't expect to be getting any kind of TEC award for programming, video programming, or anything.
okay. Well, real quick, while Ernie B is kind of figuring that out, what was your first dance step as a child? Your first dance step, like if your parents took a picture or a short video of you dancing.
I never danced.
Okay, my first dance step was this. Like this. My sister's first dance step was this.
That's Lane's dance step. He does it all the time.
Well, yeah, I know, that's true. That's what he does now.
See?
See? There are times that he's like setting up the list and he's doing that. And I'm like, stop moving. You're making me seasick. What? Oh,
I'm ADHD. I'm bound to move.
and I'm ADD. I'm not HD. I remember when I used to work with little kids in daycares, the HD, they were the ones that would jump off the monkey bars and go, Power Rangers, and cut their heads open.
Ow.
And I'm like, you're an idiot. Come on. All right, Lost in Thought, before we lose them. Come on. Who's
Y'all
next?
ready for y'all ready for some hard-hitting topics?
Hard-hitting topics. I think I could do that. Who is it?
Well, we're going to hear it on our own little talk show, brought to you by the Miss Allie Bell, who's coming up next.
Wait. You know what you guys really need? Chairs.
We should do chairs.
Good, work on those quads. He can sit. I don't want to sit. Ooh, now I feel like you're my prisoner. I like it. Hey guys. Thanks for being here. I'm Allie Bell. I do comedy, but part of that comedy is the Dirty Daddy Micro Talk Show, which is what we're going to do tonight. If you like it, I'm trying to get better at self-promotion. If you like it, if you like absurdist poetry, if you like fashion, if you like comedy, check out my Instagram and YouTube, Fairy Dust Landing. That's where you can find more stuff that I'm doing and just general silliness. Okay, I did it. Now, Lane, how you doing today, baby?
I'm always up.
You're always up?
Yes.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay, now you know how I feel every time you make a reference. Oh my God. Okay, so this is basically journalism, so I just want to get you guys prepared for the level of severity that you're going to experience. Okay, we're going to get right into it. Lane,
Yes.
first question. Marry, fuck, kill, Brazilian butt lifts, breast implants, nose jobs.
Okay. For me personally, I'd probably kill breast implants, as they do nothing for me.
Yeah, you are a gay man. Okay, I really should have saw that coming.
I'd probably marry Brazilian butt lifts because they sound really helpful.
Yeah, they keep it tight.
Yes.
I'm going to need one in like 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'd probably fuck the...
You should have said no. What the fuck?
What? Then no to what?
Come on, Lane.
What am I saying no to?
Nothing. Move on.
Yeah, he'll never get it.
And I'd probably fuck the nose thingy.
You already fucking butt. Wait, I'm so sorry. You killed boobs. You're marrying butt lifts. You're fucking noses.
Yes.
I don't disagree.
It would be interesting to have a dick up your nose.
Yeah, let's put that on the to-do list. I mean, honestly, like I don't really have a counterpoint to that. It would be interesting. I mean, I guess there's a place for every micro penis, right?
Yes.
Shots fired! I'm a size queen. I just wanted to come out and tell you guys that. Okay. Anyway, if your mom's pussy was a pair of shoes, which of the following would she be? Stilettos, platform boots or Yeezys?
Well, since the only thing I can think of is me coming out of it, I would probably say Yeezys.
You're on fire tonight. I'm really liking the energy you're bringing to this interaction. I think sitting down is the place for you. I think we figured it out.
Woo!
Woo! You come out of Yeezys a lot?
I guess it sounds easy because it just plops right out. So.
All right. Okay. I'm not going to fight you on that. Which of the following men would you most like to see get deep-dicked by Hillary Clinton? Dennis Rodman, Paulo Coelho, or John Voight?
Let's see.
Do you need clarification on who any of those men are?
I know John Voight.
Okay.
I know Dennis Leary. I don't know the middle one.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman. Oh my god. So I don't know
The optics of that are much more appealing to me.
Yeah.
Paulo Coelho is a very famous Brazilian author who writes about like magical realism, and he's like very poetic, and he probably would like it.
Well, I would probably say John Voight since he's a conservative, weird fucker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Teach him a lesson.
Yes.
If astrology was a lady, how would she like to be fucked? Would you like options? Or do you want to go with your imagination on this one?
Maybe I'll try to see how the other half lives.
Put on your hetero hat for a
Yes.
moment.
And I would probably say maybe the Milky Way because it's everywhere.
What the fuck is... What do you think
I don't know.
straight people do?
I don't know what you sick straight people do.
What is a Milky Way?
It's a delicious candy bar.
Is she lactating?
I would say yes, she's lactating galaxies.
I mean, yes, queen. I think you made that more feminist than I knew it could be.
Oh,
The ladies are missing out on you, babe.
I know.
If you could trade genitalia with any one animal, what would it be, and what would the gender be?
Let's see. Trading genitalia with one animal.
Yeah.
I guess I would say... You know what? I would say maybe the monkey because they're the ones that are the most closest to the human race.
So you're like attached to your penis as it is.
I am, yes.
Okay.
I it's there, you know. Hey,
It's good to have body confidence. What's up?
I know.
Which of the following dips would you prefer that your cum taste like? Queso, salsa fresca, or guacamole?
I would probably say, well, the first one was a spicy one, right?
Queso.
Queso.
Do you like your queso spicy?
I would probably say queso
Right?
because, delicious, spicy, cheesy.
You'd have a hard time keeping the boys off your dick.
I know.
I mean, you already do. Sorry. I've seen your Instagram. I know what you're doing.
It's all about that.
The dirty, dirty boy.
It's all about the queso dick.
Yeah. I got attracted to you when you said queso. I don't know. I'm going to have to talk about that with a therapist later. Okay. Which of the following Disney stars would you most enjoy seeing eat her own vomit out of a dog bowl? Okay. That's a porn reference. They love women in this world. They do. Yeah, they do that to women in real life. Miley Cyrus, Demi Lovato, or Selena Gomez?
I would probably say Miley Cyrus when she was in her crazy days.
Yeah, she's probably done that.
Probably. I mean, she always did stick her tongue out, so she was waiting to taste something.
Right?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yes.
I like that you base that in logic. It was good. Which of the following phrases should replace the place that "let's make love" currently holds in our lexicon?
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Let's mash potatoes. Let's thread the loom. Let's rake the stable.
You know what? Since it sounds the most hardcore, I'd probably say rape the stable.
Right? My horse boyfriend, Levi, inspired that one. I was like raking his stall, and I was like, this feels weirdly sexual.
Weren't we just talking about Jack Horseman earlier?
Probably. I listen to all the references you make. I love you. Okay. I'm going to skip that one. Which of the Which of the following candies best describes Jessica Simpson's dick-sucking style?
Okay.
Babe Ruth, Twix, or Payday? Do we think she fucked her way to the top?
Maybe.
Right.
I mean, I guess I would say... Maybe I would say Twix. Because, like, you always see the candy bars snapping, and at some point I knew she was going to snap.
Poetry. Pure fucking poetry. Give it up for him. That was such a good answer. You are always going to sit from now on. This is your happy place. All right, we're going to take that energy and we're going to bring it home with this last question. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. Marry, fuck, kill. Dirty Talk edition. Okay, which of these phrases you're going to marry, fuck, or kill? You ready?
Okay.
Yes, oh my God, yes! Spank me, daddy. Or, right there, oh my God, right there, keep going, don't stop, right there.
I would probably...
You need to act them out.
Okay. I would probably kill Spank Me Daddy because,
we are not the same sexuality.
I don't know. I'm an unusual kind of gay. I never liked that term, daddy.
Really?
No.
I have like a tick with it. I call everyone daddy.
Really?
Yeah.
And I would probably marry, what was the more one?
Right there. Oh my God, keep going. Right there. Right there.
Okay. I would probably marry the right there, mainly because on our wedding day would be the most interesting.
Okay.
Yes.
Why?
I can probably picture the
Love that you're
entire
picturing marrying this person. Yeah. It's really beautiful. What are you wearing at your marriage to this phrase?
What am I wearing at this marriage? I would probably say maybe frosting. I mean, since we're going to...
I was going to say Cool Whip, but okay, full calories.
I mean, why not frosting if you think right there more? Because, like,
showing them where you need it.
Exactly. And I would probably, I'll probably use the cream to point arrows at the parts that, are great.
You are such a giver.
I know. And then I would probably fuck.
Yes! Oh my God, yes! I'm appropriate.
Oh, of course that's the most appropriate. I would probably fuck that one.
Can you say it for me? I need to save this for later.
And I would probably, okay, so I'm trying to think of the proper setting to do it in.
Okay.
Probably in the middle of a grocery store when I'm...
In the produce section or the frozen section?
The frozen section.
Saucy.
Yes. And I would probably open it and look at products and I would go, yes, more, yes!
And with that, we conclude this episode of the Dirty Daddy Micro Talk Show. Thank you, guys.
I'd have to agree. That was probably our best version yet.
Yeah, dude, you gotta have you sitting at all times. That's his power position.
All right, give it up for Allie Bell and Lost in Thought. Oh, and FYI, he likes bears.
I do.
He does. So
Nothing sexier than a hairy
So
man.
if you're an attractive guy with no body hair, back of the line, man. Back of the line. Alrighty. Don't forget about the drink specials. Mixed Wells, $4.25. Support your open mic venue and go get something delicious to eat or drink. Ernie B.
Huh.
PSA.
Buy, purchase, consume. Enjoy.
Okay, Lost in Thought. Who's coming up next?
We're going virtual again.
Virtual. Who is it?
And I can think of no more important voice or very convictive voice or I think it is
Convicted.
what is it?
Convincing?
Convincing or like
Convicted.
Just announce who.
I
No.
know. God.
you know what? I can't remember the word. But I will just say I can't think of no more a powerful voice,
That's better.
an official voice than the person I myself are thinking of voting for in 2024. Let's hear it for Reggie Goodwin.
Yay, Reggie.
Again, please direct your attention to the monitor behind the bar in about 30 seconds. Because it is delayed, and I can't help that.
The power of their poverty. You will never defeat our poverty, a Bedouin tribal chieftain said to Alexander the Great, the first Western power attempting to control the area near the Hindu Kush Mountains. He led the greatest fighting force in existence, wept when he thought there were no more worlds to conquer. He could not resist the challenge put down by a Bedouin. Alexander had battering rams and catapults. The chieftain knew the mountainous terrain. His warriors had courage and heart, spears, arrows, and slingshots. Guess who won? Rumi, the experimental poet and Sufi master, actually conquered Afghanistan with words of harmony, overcame ignorance without firing a shot, part of a succession of Western powers that saw defeat, their kryptonite being abject stupidity and arrogance. The British Empire tried 3 times before us. The USA is addicted to winning, starting with the Revolutionary War. Robert E. Lee surrendered to Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox. We got through the War of 1812. The other time adversary stormed the capital, the war to end all wars resulting in the League of Nations, preceding the United Nations, and World War II. After Fat Man and Big Boy dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, a sailor and a damsel's kiss in Times Square, immortalized on Life magazine. We were invincible. Then came South Korea, technically an armistice since the 1950s, so you can't say we lost a war that technically hasn't really ended. On the heels of this, Indochina, known popularly as Vietnam, images of helicopters evacuating Ho Chi Minh City, replication 36 years later near the grave of a smiling Bedouin. Osama bin Laden took ideological guidance from Ibn Taymiyyah, Ibn al-Qayyim, al-Jawaziyah, and Sabit Kitab. He subscribed to the Athari literalist school of Islamic theology. We have American Al-Qaeda zealot analogies. Dr. Zbigniew Brzezinski, post our obvious defeat in Vietnam, suggested to President Carter to let the Soviet Union have a taste. They slogged it out 9 years until their economy collapsed. No Western power has ever defeated their poverty. The Taliban existed before we entered in to get Osama bin Laden after 9/11, whom they offered along with terms of their surrender, meaning we didn't have to go in to get him. We lost talent, lives, and treasure. How many flag-draped coffins could we have avoided? Fighting an unnecessary war, trillions of dollars spent, potholes and bridges still needing repair, free college and universal health care. Instead, this dysfunctional dystopia of despair, Guantanamo would not exist except for sadism and arrogance. The Pentagon budget, which never gets cut, is greater than the combined equivalent of 12 other Western nations. Rome fell when the empire overextended itself. It's why we study about it in museums. Shakespeare penned Julius Caesar. It is arrogant to believe we don't have a time limit. Homo sapiens is supposed to mean wise men. American exceptionalism is a facade for bullshit. We behave more like Homo stultus, stupid men. We will never defeat their poverty. It sounds like a law of physics, as inexorable as the second law of thermodynamics. Order without maintenance eventually goes into chaos. Overextended empires eventually collapse. Sadly, we don't recall George Santayana's wisdom or heed it. Those who do not learn from history are condemned to repeat it.
Yay, Reggie, President.
All right, Goodwin 2024. Give it up for Reggie Goodwin.
Reggie Good.
Calling all the way in from Greensboro, North Carolina.
That's right.
Wow.
Different time zone.
So he's a couple time zones in front of us, right?
Well, one.
1 or 2?
Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong button. He's
Just
one.
1 hour.
Just 1?
Just 1 hour ahead of you.
I've only been in that time zone once, so I think that's when I was in West Virginia, and that's when I was trying to kind of count in my head, okay, when should I send my kids the good night text? That was really hard. But a lot of fun too, being on the bus with a bunch of veteran country musicians, and I was their light tech. That was a lot of fun. Okay, Lost in Thought. Who's coming up next?
So next up, I believe is it a new voice?
Is it here? Are they here?
Yes, I'm looking at him
And
right now.
wait. And did you just say it?
Yes. He's in my imagination. Oh God, that sounded bad.
I do apologize, folks. There's a reason why he owns a shirt that says majestically awkward.
Yep.
He is royally awkward. He is monumentally awkward.
Oh, well, you'll have it.
He has turned it into an art form. But I kid you not, you will still keep going, what? That's Lost in Thought.
Always questioning.
So, have you figured out if our next performer is a new voice?
Let's find out. Have you been here before? No.
Okay. All right, so Ernie B, give it to me. New voice!
Let's hear it for Ben Cohen.
I would touch that, but no, I'm not. We'll call this in between music. While Ernie B does what Ernie B does, help yourself to something at the bar. We have giant cookies, delicious home-baked muffins, and mixed well, $4.25.
Number one Taylor Swift cover band here. All right, so I don't practice shit. I just play to a drum track. So you tell me how long I got, and when you tell me to stop, I'll stop it because it's like 20 minutes.
The track, right.
Oh shit. Tech person.
Is it playing?
It's playing, but no one can hear it.
Is the volume up?
On my phone, yes. On the PA system.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a signal. Make sure it's plugged in good on the jack.
Does anyone have a phone with YouTube on it? If the hosts want to come up and like do their comedy for a little bit, that'd be. I'm not as funny as them, as much as I wish I.
Come on, baby. Come on. Come on.
Okay, why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
I don't know. It's philosophical, more philosophical than a joke. Wah, wah. But I'm playing with Ernie B's mic, so I should go.
Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. Spray, wipe, rinse. Dawn Power Wash.
That's actually not the beat. It's just more. All right. Here we go.
Okay, make sure the volume's up on that.
What?
This went way better at rehearsal. There we go.
But I can't sing. Does anyone can anyone keep a beat or something? Does anyone have like a cajon here or something? Yeah, you know what? Y'all just make a beat. I'll. person. For the record, I'm still playing. Keep it up. Keep it up. Wait. There we go. Actually, I don't know. I kind of like that. You can kind of hear it. Yeah, please. Actually, I'll need you to stay up here for a second. So I think this needs beer. I'm gonna go get a beer. You gotta carry my mic, my. For everyone who doesn't know me, I've lived in Austin for like 3 weeks now, so any musicians out there who want to jam, hit me up.
Say something, Lane.
I'm waiting for the.
I'm waiting for you to speak.
Well, let's hear it for Ben Cohen.
Alrighty, folks, and don't forget about the drink specials. Mixed Wells $4.25. Like I said, I will always recommend a Kick Butt Bloody Mary because it has sriracha instead of Tabasco. It's delicious. All right, Lost in Thought. Who is coming up next?
We're going back to Virtual Land.
Who is it?
Let's hear it for Clint the Poet.
Clint the Poet!
Please direct your attention to the monitor behind the stage, behind the bar, I mean, in about 30 seconds. Oh, I can't hear you.
Okay, I'm here.
There you are.
So Ernie B, I sent you a message that I'm going to be using some copyright-free background music, but I think it'll be okay.
Oh, if it's copyright free, then yeah, that's fine.
That's what it said, yeah. Anyway, okay.
Okay.
Cool. I entitled this piece, Free. Seeking the truth, seeking me, seeking you, seeking peace, seeking love,
seeking the promise of something new, learning how to forgive myself, which is the hardest thing to do, searching far and searching wide, exploring the universe for the very first time, and searching myself deep down inside, making discoveries of who I am and who I want to be on a spiritual quest to become truly free, breaking away from the lies, separating myself from the deceit, breaking away from all the falsehoods, completely severing all the ties, becoming in tune with God, with the universe, discovering how to use my mind's eye. Will I ever get to become the man I so desperately want to be? It will most likely be that I will never reach that height. And though will I know it's still too high, I can still plainly see. So upward I climb, so that perhaps maybe I just might achieve at least a higher level than I am now. To be a better person, this is my utmost and sincerest, desperate plea, that if I, not others, would allow myself to fight, no matter what, to try and reach that height that my eyes do see. And I know that if I can do just that, then I will finally at last be free.
Let's hear it for Clint the Poet.
All right, Clint the Poet. Talking about being free.
Being free. Yes.
I made a second attempt to try to get that TV monitor working, but it's not happening.
Yeah, one thing if you folks don't know, if this is like your first night here, Ernie B is, let's just say this, he needs to grow 6 separate arms. Yeah, he's not only, I'm probably going to get this wrong and he'll correct me. He's broadcasting from Skype, YouTube, Facebook. What else? Did I get all that?
Well, I'm hosting a Skype call and broadcasting that to Facebook and YouTube and through the house here so everyone can see and hear what's going on. And I usually have that monitor up there working, but it died on me last week where you guys could see the Skype callers in real time. Mm-hmm. So since I couldn't get this other monitor working, we only have this TV behind the bar, which is the actual YouTube feed, which is about 30, 40 seconds behind. But whatever, it's free.
And he's also doing some amazing, like, picture switching. Like, if you go back to the video, you know, when you go home and like, for example, if you're playing guitar up here, you'll see yourself from the front, the back, and he'll kind of fade it to where you can, it's really good. You really think you were in a TV studio when you see the playback.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying that because he's my boyfriend.
No, you're just saying that.
No. Oh, God.
No, I'm single and free.
Oh, excuse me.
We're supposed to be professional here. We're supposed to be professional. That's why I always tell her, like, if she tries to kiss me or something while we're doing a show or working, I said that's not professional. We can't do that.
See, and that's just it. You know, when we were living on the tour bus together, it was like we never brought any drama, and that's what they really liked about us. I was never one of those, "Ooh, I broke a nail," girls, or "You need to talk to me." Oh, no.
She wasn't clingy or anything. We did our job.
We just did our work. That's it. Kept it completely professional.
Okay, enough about us.
Enough about the drama that is me and Ernie B. Let's go to Drama King here, Lost in Thought.
Yes.
Who is coming up next?
So up next.
Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you, your eyebrows remind me of Ringo Starr.
Okay, I'll take it.
That's it. Okay,
all right.
Go ahead. That's my random Lost in Thought.
So up next. Up next.
I have to remind everyone, the show is free.
Yes.
So.
I believe we have a more recent voice.
Recent shit?
Yes.
Recent shit?
I wouldn't call a person recent shit.
Oh, that's
their
right.
Stuff is their material.
The material, okay.
Yes. But coming up next, let's hear it for Stephen W.
Do you mind if I use 2 microphones? No. It's old. Can I use a chair? Some assembly required. All right. Wow. I shouldn't have done that. Hello. That was good.
I have
My
to
name is
ask.
Steven.
I have to ask before you start. Are these original compositions?
How many songs do I get?
2.
2. The first one's going to be original, and the second one's going to be a cover.
Okay. Because I'll have to mute the cover song for the audio feed.
Oh, okay.
For the stream because of copyrights.
Oh, okay.
But you can go ahead and play it.
All right. Hi, my name is Steven. I'm on TV. I like the T here. I hope you do too. I'm going to play a song called That Old Road It Seems, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, she was young and ruthless. She smoked wood-tip cigars. He had a big straw hat and drove it like a car. And I saw nothing but fireware. They saw nothing but stars. I was sitting in the back seat. They were driving pretty far. Well, I told them my story. They believed about half. Well, I looked through the windows as the trees and streams chased past. And the moon is an angel without dreams of cash. I lit the head of a cigarette as things started moving fast. I said, oh, who are you? And I said, oh, who are you? Well, she loved the oceans. She loved the swamps. Well, he cared for it deeply. He didn't follow love. Well, she saw him as a wise man. He saw her up above. She couldn't keep it to herself. He couldn't get enough. And I said, oh, who are you? And I said, oh, I said, oh, can you tell the truth? And I said, oh, are you? All right. Thank you. This next song is a song by Neil Young, and it's not Heart of Gold, but... It's a song about Charles Manson and isolating yourself in the desert and why you shouldn't do it. And I hope you enjoy. It's called
All right, mighty fine, mighty fine. Oh, I got the echo still on here.
Ernie, you're gonna hyperventilate. Cut it out.
Let's hear it for Stephen W.
I gotta tell you, Stephen W., thank you. I actually appreciated what, other than what he's just doing that's completely unnecessary. Before he left the stage, he restored the microphones.
Oh, he did. Oh,
That was really
sorry,
cool.
Stephen W.
That was really cool. Thank you. Okay, lost of thought. Take it away.
Yes, that was
Okay,
cool.
lost of thought. Improvise something. Come on, say something.
I was gonna
Hurry
say.
up. Say something. Come on. Come on. What's the hurry? What's the
I
hold up?
was
Come on.
going to say that I did like the music there. It
That
kind
was
of
nice.
made me think of like a rock star legend, but like but like also singing this like kind of the echo of his the echoing of his latter days, and like this flickering light in the background. It had this very like entertaining, very comedic, very like lighthearted but yet dark at the same time. Yeah, it was good.
Well, I'd like to say that I'm not a huge fan of Neil Young. I like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, but I'm not a huge fan of Neil Young. But at the same time, you actually made it sound really good.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
I liked it. But we're going back to virtual.
Who is it?
Let's hear it for Jonathan.
Woo!
Hello, I'm Richard Jonathan Carlson, and I'm a new voice here. And I'm going to read 3 short poems, one by Emily Dickinson and 2 by myself. The first one is an old one from school, you might remember. Hope is the thing with feathers, by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. That's the first one. I felt it appropriate. The second one is called Love and Humility. These lines are for those who whine and pine and ever try to dine in time. I'm blessed to have lived in such a world as the living took for granted. What a sight to be so happy in the afterlife, when all that was forehidden becomes then known as alive. Now go ahead and cry, for love and humility are the wings which will fly us to paradise, to paraphrase a saint. That's the second one.
Wow. Wow.
And this last one is called Now See the Way. Well, now you know, so don't lose hope, for there is no turning back to rehatching thine egg again. For what degree of certainty do you still require to prove this miracle of light and sight and all good coloring? May the knowledge lead you to believe and then receive the uncreated light, so much more powerful than one's physical sight. Finally seen in realistic dream, which enlightens us, yet possibly recording we, let us now see positively clear to learn love true forever and ever, yet not to fear the reefer. Fight the Fuhrer, we say. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, give it up for Jonathan. Okay.
New virtual voice.
New virtual voice. Okay, folks, truthfully, are you having a good time tonight? All right. Now, see, that almost sounds like a doctor's waiting room. You're waiting to get a colonoscopy. Come on. Are you having a good time tonight? Yes, that's better. Oh, my God, because coming...
What? I think somebody was murdered. Did you hear that?
On virtual land.
Yeah.
I was screaming along with her.
Oh, okay, that was pretty
I
good.
thought you got stabbed. Okay.
It sounded like...
All of that too.
Okay. Alrighty, so coming up next, my partner in crime on this stage. Like I said, I've known him for 12 years, and I still don't know what he's saying half the time. But he is an incredibly prolific writer. Give it up for Lost in Thought! Majestically awkward himself.
So this is old shit.
Oh, shit. Dry and crumbly.
Ew. Benny Hill was a show I'd watch with this hopeful and youthful impatience that I'm just not afforded these days. I hadn't come out yet, and couldn't even fully comprehend the dimensions of sexuality, but I still knew to concoct wishful thinking that if this was such a racy show, they were bound to show an attractive naked dude at some point, right? While that did happen, it was more like trying to see the picture inside a Magic Eye poster. They kept hiding behind all these women that were doing all the work, and were expected to be vivacious and unattainable. And I'd say I was pissed off from a feminist angle, but in reality, I was just some horny kid that desperately wanted to see some male skin, but didn't know why. Well, experience and age has given depth to more shallow needs and fleshed out some desire in this agonizing truth of reality. I haven't changed all that much. There's still this avid impatience, still this lust cast-ironing my nerves and a tireless want that makes my dreams concave and their perceptions of fantasies fading fast in the mirage of the storm. And while I'm no longer watching late-night Skinamax in the defeatist attempt for it to give equal sensuality to a man's body like they do a woman's, screaming at the TV screen, "Lower, damn it, lower!" when they frustratingly show a dude showing it all off and we only get to see the upper torso. I'm assigning this need for a far more secluded piece of my head, and in the process, doing more harm than good. Out of all the channels to make it apparent, I was watching this surprisingly open and liberal Christian YouTube channel, God is Grey, that was introduced to me by another channel, Mr. Atheist. There was this subject that caught my interest, titled, "Do Christians Masturbate?" Washing dishes, yeah. In it, she said that it's healthy and can even be a deterrent to UTIs and testicular cancer. But if you're doing it as a way to hide from real issues that are bothering you, or as a coping mechanism to point out that to a point that it becomes an addiction, then there's a problem. And while I'm far from Christian, there was a pearl of truth. I steal moments in time, passages littered with attractive men, and catalog them into overused sessions manipulated into make-believe closeness by the assistance of pornographic material brought to you by the World Wide Web. And while I believe having moments to yourself is nothing to be ashamed of, it is horrible for me to admit, because I do use it as a way to keep myself hidden. I do it as a way to cope with stepping away from the cliff and stripping away any chance of risk, until I'm safe in the empty, vapid arms of a fantasy that I am also trapped by. And not stepping outside myself like this has caused me to associate men I deem attractive that aren't attracted to me with failure. There must be something wrong with me. I must not be enough. I must not be worth their time. I permanently capture this rejection and lift it on this pedestal and make it this audience in my head, watching me as I do everything I can to impress it. And trying to eat healthier, trying to be more productive, even writing this piece, is in service of this fucked up religion I've built to measure against myself. Because if you don't believe in me, then I'm not going to. What's the point of trying? And I will stumble my words and put on this frozen aura, confusing calmness, and having a casual approach with just ignoring the very person I'm attracted to, and it hurts, especially if it was someone that was interested in me until I pull that. There is no in-betweens, because I have not given myself care and consent to allow my true self to edge through. Instead, I slip on this uncomfortable skin that constricts me from breathing, and I walk and act not like myself, but this freakish thing shamefully put together from my worst traits. And I could say that it's because I had an emotionally, physically, and mentally abusive caregiver as a child, for forcing me into learning the world through a lens of deeply cracked fear. I could say it's because I'm still dealing with the loss of my friend, but I was doing this while he was still alive. I could say that it's because I grew up with this caution sign implanted in my head that is always on DEFCON 5. But these are ghosts that I haven't let go of. Part of me knowing that I don't want to. Because who am I without them?
All right, give it up for Lost in Thought. Oh, here, wait a minute. Ernie, I have a favor.
Yes.
Could you possibly play that particular selection again? Remember the Charlie's Angels thing?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry, that's what that always reminds me of.
Yes.
All right, so don't forget about the drink specials. Not only do we have delicious drinks, we also have muffins. We also have some delicious slices of cake. One is, what's the carrot cake called?
Carrot cake.
Thank you. It's something about a wabbit. I remember that.
Rabbit cake?
But it, you can go over there and see
fresh
it.
rabbit.
But it's like a carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. It's really delicious.
Sliced rabbit.
And the, Ernie B, my goodness. That's Hassenpfeffer.
Bacon.
Sliced rabbit is Hassenpfeffer.
Okay.
Hassenpfeffer Incorporated?
Okay. Oh, Lord. I have to deal with these two, and they say they have to deal with me. Okay, and we also have yin yang cake, which I like to also call death by chocolate cake.
Okay, this needle we're going to stick in your yin yang. What?
What?
I don't think that's the way you want to advertise that cake,
No, Ernie B, we're going to have to put your mic on mute.
That's not a way to advertise food.
Okay, like I said, it's what I like to call the death by chocolate cake, and I love chocolate, and it takes me about 2 days to finish that. Drink it with plenty of moo juice, almond milk, oat milk, whatever, but it's delicious. Okay.
And there's pizza, too.
And pizza, yes, sir. Okay, Lost in Thought. Who's up next?
Coming up next, I think we have another recent voice.
Wait, is it a recent voice or a new voice?
Recent voice.
Okay. So it's like a new used voice.
Gently used.
Gently used. Factory second.
Factory refurbished voice.
I'm sorry. That's not nice. I'm sorry.
No.
A returning voice, and we are happy that you return.
Yes.
Despite all this bullshit.
They're claiming their warranty.
I know.
But let's hear it for Christina.
Testing.
Thank you. Good night.
Hi. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Kanye is the Messiah, and so am I. Meaning I make outlandish statements and say, so what? Yes, and fight me, come at me. There's no such thing as but there is always a stipulation. In real life, there is always a tail to that head. How can you be God without some devilish thoughts? You gotta be fucked up to think that you can be grand without experiencing some grandish hell. The devil has to be worth it to be God's enemy. Thanks for that potentially problematic part poem. Okay. Libido. Maybe my libido's broken to men, but I'm not finding one that works. I'm finding one that I'm mentally getting myself through. And what kind of relationship is that? And I'm tired of making myself the problem. I have made some problematic decisions multiple times because I believe in hope and effort. And I have reason to believe my soulmate, he will be perfect because he will stay. But they always stay, so that's partially true. And when I'm ready for him, I'll stay and be loyal and be honest. And now, I don't want to be accountable romantically. I know I asked for it, but I'm an impulsive flirt with dreams of getting a standing ovation in a sold-out auditorium, singing a self-written song so beautiful people are crying in silence. That's what I want, and I don't see you in that. Why should I? I have 3 lives, and it takes focus and determination to succeed. I hope I'm not being mean. It's just a bad sign to overpromise. It's my job to keep the inspiration coming. Awesome. Okay. Last one. This is me being mad at myself, snapping myself back into reality. Do something, Christina. Make something of yourself. I miss when your bucket list had simple treasures like make sure you sing today. And if you don't know what to say anything just so you don't lose the skill. I get so frustrated with you trying. And I feel like my writing has become unrefined journal entries. He said I had no substance, but yes, I do. Awesome. Thank you guys for listening.
Let's hear it for Christina.
All right, Christina. And Christina, I can relate.
Yes.
That's kind of what my writing has become, just journal entries. Like, you wouldn't believe the shit that happened today, kind of stuff like that.
I especially loved your style too, because it was like this relatable modesty, I guess. I pictured like this flower blooming during a thunderstorm.
I would go with that. Just, yeah.
So,
who's coming up next?
You snap in my ear. Did you like?
I remember we used to do the show over here on this small stage over there, and I used to set up in the corner, and you know how people at poetry readings they snap sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
And Hot Tamale would sit.
We get a little crazy.
She would sit right behind me, and she would do that and snap in my ear, and not realizing it. And I'm trying to mix. I was like, "Would you stop that?" But
I wouldn't do it exactly in your ear. It'd be more like
close
here.
enough. I'm listening, and it's like I'm hearing this tick, tick, tick in my ear. It's like, but you didn't know you were doing it. I think I finally told you to knock it off.
It's like, did you hypnotize me when I wasn't paying attention? Like, is there some kind of no?
What?
Exactly.
So
who's coming up next?
We're going back to Virtual Land.
Virtual Land.
Virtual Land.
Let's hear it for Moy.
Who?
Is it Moy? M-O-I, right? Please tell me I have it right.
Is it moi?
Moi, that's French for me. I was listening myself.
That's what I thought.
Sorry, Moi. I'm sorry.
I thought he had got cut off in writing moist.
I only see Tom Birdman and Reggie there. Oh no, wait, there's somebody else, but they're muted.
Is it moi?
So is it moi?
I think they just came in. No, it's Clint. That's Clint.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not moi.
Okay, give it up for moi.
Who's moi?
That's me again, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I'll do something.
Because I gotta know who to bring in screen here. Okay. The little intro, since we're wasting time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Reggie Goodwin. There.
All right. Sorry for your short French lesson. Liberty and license. There is confusion between liberty and license. Yes, the Constitution says we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You are not being tormented when asked to put on a mask, any more than no shirt, no shoes, no service was any worse for your self-worth, your civil liberties, or against your freedoms. Are you confusing freedom with privilege? Are you so enamored with the occurrences of every hero narrative looking like a 50s version of Charlton Heston in Ben-Hur or the Ten Commandments you question whether it's fair that a movie like Black Panther by Marvel should air? Speaking of air, we were talking about smokestacks in the 1970s before you tricked out your gas-guzzling trucks to own the lids. We pointed out how toxic landfills were located by Native Americans and people of color before coining the words environmental racism. The fossil fuels industry knew in the 1970s about climate change. So instead of building battery-powered vehicles and infrastructure to support it, we got more of a disinformation campaign using the same laws and law firms that obfuscated the dangers of cigarette smoking. Now people ignore the warning labels, ticking off minutes they have on the planet with each drag and toke. Ask the CEO of RJ Reynolds if he smokes. Rule of thumb, from every drug dealer, never get high on your own supply. That's for the patsies you got hooked. Each day we tick off minutes to life on the planet with climate change, negotiating with the same industry that placed us in this position in the first place. Here's a physics test. Why is Venus so much hotter than Mercury, yet physically further from the sun? Carbon dioxide and methane dragons, trapped heat, superheated the surface, boiling off the water, average temperature 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Once upon a time before this, the planet named for the goddess of love kind of looked like us. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You are not being tormented when asked to put on a mask. You are not being tortured when asked to take a shot of a free vaccine that will not make you magnetic or place chips inside your bodies to track you. You're confusing that with Lay's and Doritos. They're already using your cell phones for that. The shot might save your life against the Delta variant and the other mutations left in the Greek alphabet. You are not a communist, a Marxist, or a socialist to give a tinkering damn about the planet. We are not in Lord of the Rings, Gandalf the Grey with a planet B. The day saved by Bilbo Baggins. I'm not pointing out these things to cause strife. Civil libertarians should note that before the second liberty and the latter happiness, there is the prerequisite of life.
Yay, President Goodwin.
All right.
All right, give it up for President Moi.
Moi. See, and you just said
Goodwin
moi.
2024, huh?
You just said moi, and I had no idea who it was. You know, who am I supposed to bring in?
Okay.
I know what moi stands for, or what
Yeah.
it means, but I didn't know who it was referring to.
Yeah, I first learned that from Miss Piggy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's for little old moi. Okay, but that actually made me think of, does anybody remember when Garth Brooks took on that alter ego?
Yes.
And he became that Chris Gaines dude with like the little soul patch and the black hair hanging in his face.
I do not remember that.
I do.
Okay. That's exactly what Reggie Goodwin just did.
Yes.
He went from President Goodwin to moi. He became he put on a black beanie, a turtleneck, and he went moi. That's it. That is your alter ego now, Reggie Goodwin.
Okay.
So
that is your Chris Gaines. Okay.
You would not part an old man with his walking stick.
Okay.
So, coming up next.
He made a Gandalf reference. So.
Coming up next, I think we have a new voice.
Uh-oh. new voice.
Let's hear it for Chanel.
Hi. Okay, so, hi. I'm the girl you probably shouldn't bring to your parents. My profanity is potent as fuck. And I'm a straight up hoe, in a good way. My Mormon parents must be so proud. Anyway, welcome to my world, and welcome to my whoresome stories. Okay, I'm a bit nervous, as you can see.
Gotta ask you, why the hell are you so damn nervous? Gotta ask you.
My worst hookups. Okay, so there's Video Game Dude, there's Biggie Smalls Dude, and Sir Comes a Lot. Video Game Dude! We met up online on Tinder. I met at his place. He's married, but in an open relationship. Don't worry about it. We started talking, and one thing led to another. We headed upstairs. Hold on. Can I take this off?
Sure. But you can take the mic off, too.
Okay. How do I do that?
Just hold the stand, just pull it off. Yeah, there you go. Now just yank on it. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. We started talking, and one thing led to another. We headed upstairs, and he wanted to dance. Bitch, I don't dance. Unless it's Tina twerking or actual twerking. You know, like that? Then we fucked. But he came, like, instantly. Which I did not like. No! Then we proceeded to play video games. I'm down for some World of Warcraft, some Heroes of the Storm, RPGs, things like that. I suck at FPS games like I suck dick. So we played Call of Duty. I was so bad. I lowered his rank. I was so bad. I got kicked out of a game. I didn't do it purposely. Maybe I did. Biggie Smalls Dude. I drove through a fucking thunderstorm to see this dude. I wanted some dick. The moment I see him, I hug him. But he proceeds to side hug me. And he's way taller than I am. So basically, my face was in his armpit. It was awkward as hell. Then we got to drinking, talking about art. He points to an art piece of Biggie Smalls, and with my poor ass eyes and the dim lighting, I didn't recognize him. He got a little butthurt that I didn't recognize his one and only. Then randomly, while we start talking, we start to kiss. It was meh. He didn't know what to do with his mouth, first of all. Then we start fucking. For a biggie man, he sure was a Smalls. I mean, average at best. I usually don't mind, as smaller dicks try harder. They really do. Not this guy. I was doing all of the fucking work. Getting leg cramps and shit. Then like 3 times he wanted me to deep throat his dick. I'm like, 1, I got a bad gag reflex and my mouth is small. 2, you want to do anal and then put it in my mouth? Fuck no! I'm not one to taste my own shit, bro. No. Then when we're done, he's in the process of moving, so we sleep on the fucking floor. He doesn't share the damn blanket. Then a sudden urge to pee like Niagara Falls comes upon me. Yeah, naked and afraid, I pee-walked to the bathroom. I had a lot of wine. Let's just say that. Well, instead of making it to the fucking toilet, I pissed the fucking ground. And it's not like a cute little trinkle. It's a fucking tsunami. Like the tile floor was covered. Embarrassed, I try to find the nearest paper towels, then I remember, fuck, he's in the process of moving. I see his towel and come to the conclusion there's no other option. There's no hope. So I use his towel to mop up and rinse it as much as I could while he's still sleeping. Then I American pie his ass and get the fuck out. Maybe to this day he doesn't know. Disgusting, I know. Sir comes a lot. Okay, Sir comes a lot. I hooked up with a guy in town for a night because I was like, fuck it. I just got out of a relationship, a 10-month relationship with my ex-girlfriend, and I wanted some fun. Yes. I arrive at the hotel room, and nerves were fucking high. We sit on the bed, and he just starts right into it. I was on top, and after like 5 minutes, he was like, I'm about to come. I'm like, damn, I must be good. Or he's lying about his age. Because I don't fuck around with younger people. I don't. No. Like, fuck, bro. I am nowhere near close. Then he needs a break, so we play a video game. We're equally good and tie at the end. That was actually the best part of the night because life is not just about sex, you know? Life is not just reproducing to feel good. You know what I mean? Then he's ready for round 2. In doggy style, I realize he's not as big as my ex's strap-on. I don't make my dramatic sounds, but damn, he's grunting like a maniac. Guys sound funny when they're enjoying it, like cavemen. Then after like 5 minutes again, he pulls out, comes so much it shoots straight into my fucking hair. Like, bitch, I just washed that shit. The fuck, bro? Then he's like, so my friends are coming over soon, so I was wondering if, you could leave soon. I was appalled and amused. Have some self-respect, motherfucker. Like, wine and dine and 69 me, bitch. He's lucky I had work in the morning because I would have come all over his face. It takes me 40 fucking minutes. My orgasm is better than yours. It's like seeing into the goddamn stars, bitch. I was by then like, okay, he's for sure under 20. So I was like, fuck, nah, I'm good. And I left in the lift with cum still in my hair. And those are my wholesome stories. You're welcome.
Let's hear it for Chanel. Ah. Oh, wow.
Now, see, that's when you kind of want to say, hey, I thought the whole big feet. Never mind.
You think it'd be proportionate, proportional. But
but then it becomes that scene in Bedazzled where Brendan Fraser took his towel off. And she's like,
yes.
shit.
I was in the pool. No, that was Seinfeld.
No, I was doing Bedazzled.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You knew what I was talking about.
I was reading something here. Chris Corsby is watching online.
Oh, hey, Chris.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey, Chris. Okay, people,
when
drink, buy,
yes.
purchase, tip your bartender. On to the next person.
When she was talking about the semen stringing in her hair, I kept thinking of those herbal essences commercials with like, just like the women just like shaking their head back and forth like this, like yes, yes, yes.
I don't think they could air that, man.
I also kept thinking it was just like I had to run to the bathroom real quick, but when I came out and sat down, the first thing I heard was "Little dicks try harder."
I was taking a drink when she said that. I was choked.
Interesting.
Try harder. It's like a book, a children's book. Little dicks try harder.
Why does that make me think of Hostess?
And
Anyway.
and it's right next to the pokey little puppy.
Okay, so we're going to bring up the next person before we skirt him off. So
I know.
Let's hear it for Zach.
Woo!
I gotta rewind the songs here. Hold on. Sorry, I had to. I got to the end of the list song. Had to start over.
All right. Had to whip this thing off. I know you were all wondering what's under there. We've all been wondering. Everybody in their face bikinis. Some cover a lot, some don't cover anything. We all want to know what's underneath. No one expected this little tickler. All right. So just to give you guys a fair warning, people have told me that my comedy is a lot like being tickled. It's generally unwelcome, always unpleasant. It does somehow force laughter out of your body. All right. So, let me tell you where I'm coming from. I need you guys to know that I come from a dynasty of rural religious white trash. This is a carefully constructed veneer.
Hallelujah.
For example, when I was a kid, I was worried every day was going to be the rapture, and I was pissed. Like, this son of a god sits on his ass for 2,000 years, and now he's got to destroy the world before I get laid? Son of a bitch. Yeah. Why does he get his second coming before I get my first coming? I was very upset. Yeah, my parents are the kind of like know-it-all, ignorant religious people that'll tell you they know things. You know, they're like, oh, the theory of relativity, we know about that. But they think it's about incest. They're like, that's why your double cousin Bo is retarded. Everybody knows that. Yeah. We were Christian fundamentalists, which means that the Jehovah's Witnesses would try to sneak past our house. They're like, good luck, crazy people. At my church, we had some holy rollers. You guys know holy rollers? These people, when they worship, they fall down, they're rolling around, they're seasoned for Jesus. I admire that passion, you know. That is one thing I can say. I want to take that to the next level, personally. I go to the big tent revival, the preacher comes up to lay hands on me, boom! I shit my pants. Drove the evil right out of me, preacher. Call it the holy steamroller. You can try that yourself. Anybody looking for work? COVID's got me out of a job. It is tough out here. Yeah. I'm getting desperate. I think I might join the army because, fuck, I would kill for a job right now. Women, children, point me at them, boss. Just cut the check on Friday. Yeah? No, you don't get behind that? We got some veterans in the crowd. Thank you for your service. A lot of people can't get into a job right now because of the drug tests. I don't even think the drug tests are about the drugs anymore. It's like a general competency test. Like, hey, we're going to have an interview. Could you not do drugs for 2 weeks? Minimum requirement. I give blood pretty regularly. At least that's how I explain these track marks. And they ask you a lot of questions when you get there at the Red Cross. You know, they scrutinize your life. Have you traveled outside the country in the last 12 months? No. Do you have any tattoos or piercings? No. Do you take any intravenous drugs? No, I don't have any fun, all right? That's why I'm here giving blood. You know what? Just take all of it. You've convinced me my life is not worth living. I just had a birthday recently. Thank you, thank you. I'm the oldest I've ever been, just like always. And I've realized that my life is empty and hollow, and I am unfulfilled. So I called up to complain to my local Amazon fulfillment center. I said, what the fuck am I paying you for? All right, that's a weak joke. Let's be honest, though. Amazon Prime should be called Amazon Depression Enabler. Like, remember when you had to leave your house to get the basic necessities of your life? Those days are over. Just stay at home. Keep your PJs on. Let's be honest. Nothing has changed. I'm still shopping in my underwear at 3 a.m. I just don't have to see anybody else at the Walmart while I'm doing it. Back on the dating scene, now that COVID's down to a dull roar here, this joke was better a couple of weeks ago. Now we're at stage 5 again. You're all probably going to die. But I've realized this about myself. I actually prefer blind dates. There's a lot less pressure because, she doesn't know what you look like. And there's usually a cute dog in a vest. And if you're not feeling it, just get up and leave. She'll never see that coming. We got a strong blind presence in the audience here tonight. Sorry, y'all. All right. I got to sharpen up my small talk, chit-chat bullshit. Ask her what her sign is. Does anybody actually believe in astrology? Anybody here? Yeah? Oh, don't tell me. Let me guess. You are a Cancer? On society. Yeah. I'm going to tell you guys the secret to great sex. No one will tell you this. It's a race. There are no reservations at the Orgasm Hut. It is first come, first served. Now please go home. I'm very sleepy. That joke is perfect after the last set. It's perfect. I don't lie to women, but I will stretch the truth occasionally. I told this one girl I was with, I was like, I don't come a lot. But the truth was hard for her to swallow. You know what makes me crazy? All of my compulsions. But you know what makes other people crazy? All of my compulsions. I do hear voices in my head, but that's only because it's the only place you can hear anything. It all happens right here. No? Nothing. All right, that one's for me. All right, thank you all. Oh, hang on. I do need to leave you with this. The real reason I'm here, I have an ulterior motive. Plug in my charity tonight. We're doing really good work in the city. Our motto is people feeding people. If you can find it in your heart after the show, go online to donate. Cannibalism.com. It costs an arm and a leg to feed people. We will take either one of those. If you have a bleeding heart for the hungry, we'll take that too. Doesn't need to be yours. No questions asked. Remember, you are what you eat. Have a good night.
Let's hear it for Zach. Goodness.
All right, thank you, Zach.
Is he really as tall as he looked on camera?
Yes, I think so.
He looked really tall. I had to pan up a bit to get him in frame.
Yeah, I can always tell when I come over back to the stage.
Yeah, the microphone's like that.
It's like this. It wasn't that high.
I had a bass player like that a couple weeks ago. It's like, geez,
who was that?
I can't remember. Some bass player who was like 9 feet tall.
Okay. Lost in thought. Who is coming up next?
Coming up next, I believe we have another new voice.
Oh, Ernie B, give it to me. Another new voice.
Let's hear it for Gabe.
All right, what's up? How y'all doing? All right, man. I got this Amber Alert the other day that was like a paragraph long. Did you guys get that one? Yeah, it was a paragraph long. I got this Amber Alert. It was like a paragraph long, man. It's weird. How bad does Amber Alert want us to find these kids, you know? It's a paragraph long. No one's going to read an Amber Alert that's a paragraph long, you know? Amber Alert should read like Instagram bios. It should be like 16 Pisces, Westlake High School, you know? That's how we're going to find those kids, man. You got to shorten it up, be concise. It's hard to read a paragraph when you're driving, you know? I don't know. People say that the shower is the deadliest place in the home, and I think that's true, but I also think it's the most embarrassing place to die if you're a guy, you know? Because I don't know about y'all, but my dick does not do very well when it gets wet, you know? That would have to suck. I don't want to die in the shower. Can you imagine? I slip and fall, crack my head open in the shower. The CSI people come into the bathroom. They're looking at me. They kneel down, start taking pictures. I feel like my ghost would just sort of float out of my body and be like, "Ooh, at least put a towel over it," you know. Save me some dignity, man. God damn it. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's yours.
I don't know, man. I'm a nervous guy. I have a lot of fears. I have a fear of flying. I used to be afraid of flying because I was scared that the plane was going to crash and I would die in a blaze of fire. But now I'm afraid of flying because people are getting into fights on planes every day now. You guys notice that? It's crazy. I don't want to get on a flight now. You get on a flight now, you sit down, the person next to you starts cracking their knuckles and their neck, like looking around for a target like the Terminator. Your destination is New York. Their destination is World Star, you know. Got to get some notoriety for that mixtape somehow. Features are hard to come by, you know what I mean? They're pretty expensive. Not a mixtape crowd, I guess. It's all good. It's all good. No one usually works out. What's I want to talk about? I had to get a ride the other day. I had to get a ride to Walgreens, so I hit up my friend. He's going to take me to Walgreens. We're in the car. He's driving me there. He starts going on this tirade about Jeff Bezos. He was like, Jeff Bezos makes an exorbitant amount of money. He needs to share his wealth. And then we get to Walgreens, and he asked me to pay him for gas, you know? Like, you need to share your wealth. Jeff Bezos took 2 of his friends into space. I bet he didn't ask them to Venmo him when they landed, you know? I bet he didn't land. He was like, oh, fuck, dude, rocket fuel's so expensive now. Can y'all pitch in? I should have just walked, dude. God damn it. I don't know, man. And you guys into NoFap? You guys heard about NoFap? Semen retention, man. Apparently, there are a bunch of benefits to semen retention. Some of them don't make sense, though. I read this one. It was called mental clarity, increased mental clarity, which makes no sense at all. Because if you haven't jerked off in 3 days, you're not going to be able to concentrate on anything, you know? How are you going to read? How are you going to do your taxes? You know what I mean? The reason you have mental clarity is because you're only thinking about one thing, you know? All right, that's new. I guess that one works. That's cool. What else I want to talk about? Fuck. Remember when you were a kid, you used to say, step on a crack, you break your mama's back with your friends? And there was always that one kid who just started stomping on cracks. What do you think happened to that kid? You think he got the therapy he needed? I don't think so. I was driving the other day and I got pulled over by a cop. I'm sitting in my car anxiously waiting. I rolled down the window. Guess who? This dude I went to fucking school with is a cop now. I was like, dude, you got your dream job. That's great. Holy shit. You used to step on cracks. Now you step on necks, dude. Good way to go. All right, got it. Anyways, fuck, dude. I'm a gullible guy. I'm really gullible. I bought these glasses from Warby Parker. You guys know about Warby Parker? I saw this commercial for the other day. I was like, that seems reputable. I should get some glasses from them. When you get glasses from Warby Parker, they give you an eye exam over the phone. Like, you just look into your camera on the phone, and it gives you an eye exam. I'm so gullible, I was like, that seems like a good idea. You know, technology is really advanced. Well, the joke's on me because I can't see any of you at all. I can't see any of you. I'm driving after this. I drive in these. I can't see a goddamn thing. Warby Parker's motto should just be, fuck it, you'll see better without him, you know? This is the worst use of money I've ever spent in a while, man. What was I want to talk about? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I was watching the Olympics. I was watching women's skateboarding in the Olympics. There's this girl on the U.S. team whose name is Alexis Sablone. You guys know her? Oh, you know her. Cool, cool. Well, I know her. I know her very well now because I read her Wikipedia page. I read her biography. Apparently, she's a graduate of MIT with a degree in architecture. What is a college degree even worth anymore? You know, what is it worth? What is it worth? She graduated from MIT with a useful degree, looked at all of her options when she graduated, and was like, nah, kick flipping. That's what I need to be doing. It's like going to Hogwarts and then just becoming a janitor, you know? And not even a magical one, just a normal, everyday janitor that works at a middle school. No spells involved, man. I don't know. My name's Gabe. I just want to let you guys know that was my name. My dad's name is Merle, which seems like a decent enough name right off the bat. My mom wanted to name me Merle, but my dad wouldn't let her because my dad used to get bullied a lot when he was a kid. I didn't know this. He told me the other day, he was like, yeah, kids used to call me Merle the girl and Merle the squirrel and shit like that. And so he was like, no, we're going to name our son Gabe Bickford. Completely unbeknownst to my dad, I went through all of middle school being called Gay Dickford. So Thanks a lot, Merle the girl. You really saved me there. I would much rather be Merle the girl than Gay Dickford. I don't know. That's all good, though. Fuck, I guess I'll just do one more thing and then I'll leave, man. I was watching Family Feud the other day. You guys watch that show? That show is weird. All that show is just the contestants giving the most sexual answers to the most banal questions. That's all it is. I was watching this episode the other day, and Steve Harvey was like, name something orange. And this lady was like, boop, orange dildo, Steve. I was like, what? Orange, you didn't go to carrot or orange first? You went straight to dildo? Really? They should just rename that show to Horny Midwestern Wives Will Say Anything, because that's just essentially what it is. All right, that's my time. Thanks. My name's Gabe.
Boom, 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 boom.
Let's hear it for Gabe.
You know, he said something in the first part of his bit there. I can't remember what he said, but it reminded me of I used to have a car. I used to have a Volkswagen Rabbit when I was younger. And, you know, it's a small car. And my mom used to say, "Aren't you afraid you're gonna flip over?" And I go, "Well, no, Mom. I mean, it's just like any other car. I mean, I'm not gonna be taking banks at I'm not hot riding.
I'm not gonna
it,
Dukes of Hazzard it.
Yeah, I'm not I'm thinking I'm gonna roll the car, But she kept telling me, you're gonna flip the car. Like when you get to a stop sign, you're gonna flip the car. Like, how am I gonna flip the car when I come to a stop? I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? When I come to a stop, the car's gonna flip. She thought since the car was so small and low to the ground that when I came to the stop, the back end of the car was gonna flip up, yeah, like that, and over. Like it was gonna somersault. Because it was so small, it's like it was going to flip over its own weight. I was like, oh.
Kind of like a Tonka car.
I don't know. It was like, what are you thinking of, Mother? It's like, no, it's not going to do that.
Oh, Ernie, switch that angle, man. I don't want to be looking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
I don't want to be looking at my ass. Thank you.
Sorry, it'll change here in a couple of seconds.
I know. I was just.
But
see.
Well, it's going to take about 30 seconds before
okay.
I already changed it over here.
I'm trying to picture what an orange dildo looks like.
It's like a dildo, but
like a large veiny carrot. I'm guessing.
Interesting.
I've only had the flesh-colored one, so I don't know.
But he's right about that.
Battery and non-battery.
If you watch
one has a USB charger. Okay, I'm stopping.
No, he's right about that. About the Family Feud and being people give very sexual answers.
And
or innuendos, like
that's when you realize your great aunt is really fucking horny. You're like,
Grandma.
Dude, my friends are watching this. This is embarrassing. Okay, lost in thought. Take it away. Dun, 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 dun.
So coming up next is another new voice.
Another new voice.
And they're probably going like, about goddamn time too.
I'm hoping I'm saying this right. Sojin? Yes, let's hear it for Sojin.
Do you have a pickup on that?
I do, actually.
You do?
Yeah.
While Ernie B oohs and ahs his way to the stage, make sure to, don't forget on the way home to grab a giant cookie. They are delicious, and trust me, they will. I'm a big eater, and it takes me about 2 meals to finish one of those cookies. And they're interesting flavors, too, interesting names. They have a bar wench with white chocolate. They have Wookie cookie. Oh, and bar wench has the bartender Alyssa's face on it. And Wookie cookie is walnuts and raisins, very delicious. And if you see one in there called Feel the Burn, oh God, dang. And Feel the Burn has cayenne in it. Enjoy.
A little hot there, wasn't it?
Hello. Check. 1, 2, 3. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, pretty cool place over here. It's our first time. And we are half of the band called Liquid 32. You can find us on Instagram, Liquid32 Official. Just gonna do a couple of originals tonight. The first one's called In the Bus With You. In the bus with you from the Harry Potter Museum back to the Tower of London, they put us apart. If I had to choose from all those memories I've got with you, this one just breaks my heart. And years later I think about what a week should have been. Without my doubts I was lost in the repercussions of my drunken sins. In the bus with you all the way back from Liverpool, thought it was the last time I'd see you, but the pain lingered on. And my love could never fix the wounds when you cut down your wrists. Well, you were praying to the witch who cut my strings off. 'Cause I had the blues from all those years of running without my shoes on. Shattered glass, and in the bus to Liverpool. That terrain was as flat as my clues about how much I didn't care if this could last. And years later I think about what we could have been. Without my doubts I was lost in the repercussions of my drunken sins. In the bus with you on the way back from Liverpool, thought that was the last time I'd see you, but the pain lingered on. Well, my love could never fix the wounds when you cut down your wrists. Well, you were praying to the witch who cut my strings off. In the bus with you on the way back from Liverpool, thought that was the last time I'd see you, but the pain lingered on. And my love could never fix the wounds when you cut down your wrists. Well, you were praying to the witch who cut my strings off. They cut my strings off. I cut your wings off. They cut my strings off. I cut your wings off. They cut my strings off. I cut your wings off. They cut my strings off. I cut your wings off. Ruth. Thank you very much. This next one's called 20 a Ride. Dollars on the fly. When she dances, you stop crying. No romances, you comply. She's starting to get you high. She charges 20, alright. She charges 20, alright. Things I do to hide my real conscience and my cries. If I had a golden dime, I'd be swimming in her thighs. She charges 20, alright. She charges 20, alright. She got you to forget her one song at a time. You're on your own bedwetter, the adult kind. Emptied account, hollowed the heart. Isn't it great to forget who you are? Hollowed accounts, emptied the heart. Isn't it great to forget who you are? You forget who you are. You forget who you are. You forget who you are. 'Cause dollars on the fly. When she dances, you stop crying. No romances, you comply. She's starting to get you high. She charges 20, alright. She charges 20, alright. She got you to forget her one song at a time. You're on your own bedwetter, the adult kind. Emptied accounts, hollowed the heart. Isn't it great to forget who you are? Hollowed accounts, emptied the heart. Isn't it great to forget who you are? You forget who you are. You forget who you are. Dollars on the fly. When she dances, you stop crying. No romances, you comply. She's starting to get you high. She charges 20, alright. She charges 20, alright. She charges 20, alright. She charges 20, alright. Thank you very much. Yeah, we've got some shows, we've got some music coming out. If y'all follow us on our Instagram page, you'll be updated with those things. And yeah, thanks again. I'm sorry? Oh, Liquid 32 Official is where you can find us on Instagram. Yeah.
Let's hear it for Sojourn.
That's one thing
Yeah.
I totally forgot to mention tonight, guys. I am so sorry.
Pimp yourself.
What?
Yes, pimp yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I usually say that, but this thing here kind of made me lose my mojo. So that's,
Sell it.
Yeah.
Sell it.
Sell yourself. If
Mhm.
you're an artist, you are 10% little whore. Well, yeah. I mean, you want to get out there, put your talent, put your craft, put your out there, and let everyone see it, hear it, read it, smell it, taste it. Whatever.
We can't broadcast that kind of stuff though.
But for $39.95 a minute. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Okay. Speaking of
That reminds me of the first time I ever.
Speaking of saving the semen, but anyway.
Saving the semen.
Woo! Okay.
That's like the title of an album. Ladies and gentlemen, John Pruitt and his new album, Saving the Semen.
Interesting. So coming up next.
And the picture is like a boat and the guys with life preservers in the ocean like, help! Oh, saving the seaman.
Okay, go on, lost of thought.
So coming up next, I believe it's a new voice.
New voice.
Let's hear it for church.
Boots and pants and 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 boots and pants.
Hey, what's up? My name's Church. I'm kind of bad company sometimes till the day I die, because the truth's kind of heavy that I live with. And this ain't the church at Candyland Church. This ain't that Disneyland Church. It's that real shit, that good, bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? The whole truth and nothing but the truth. So, I don't know. It's a lot that I hold, so I'm going to just... Holy Ghost, I'm holding the ghost. So I'm going to just freestyle this. I'm going to start out with hang on, what's it? As the stars that we look upon shall crumble and fall, and the mountain shall crumble to the sea. I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't. Yeah, 'cause they get into the chest, say treasure, the treasure chest and the booty, yeah. Connect, egg marks a spy, you know what I'm saying? So you got a siren at sea. That's a beautiful voice at sea, but really it's a Medusa's head full of snakes, singing a beautiful song, and the pirates are like, oh, what's that song? They fly towards the siren in the pirate ship. Yeah, but it's a bitch at sea. Yeah, singing a loud ass note, trying to captize a pirate ship, trying to captize a bad boy. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to capture a bad boy like a polar ice cap, a polar ice captain. Yeah, trying to get to the bad boy, trying to cuff him, trying to lock him up, singing a loud ass fucking note down the road. Yeah, law of water, Admiral Law, RLW road, really of water, with a hot and cold front, blue and red. Yeah, trying to captize the pirate ship. Yeah, bad boys, what you gonna do when, hey, come for you, and comfort you. Yeah, bitch trying to cuff a bad boy, huh? Singing a loud ass note down the motherfucking street, trying to capture me, trying to captize my ship, trying to bring me to a docket, trying to get me out of pocket. Yeah, you got a courthouse, the courting process. You know what I'm saying? You got the courting process, you get fucked during the courting process. Right, so you pull in a quarter, yeah, with the phallus. You went to the entrance that looks like a vagina. You bring the pirate ship, which represents a dick, into the vagina. The sea man shoots out. Yeah, the pirate that they're already at. The seaman shoots out, go to the placenta of the courtroom with the prostitute and the liar. And the police is cold as ice. Yeah, that's a pimp right there. Yeah, and then you see the magistrate. Then they demonstrate magic and then send the seaman to a motherfucking cell. And that's the birth of $1 billion baby right there. Yeah, and you don't get bail you only get bail if you bond with yeah, what does that sound like? That sounds like society got tricked. Yeah, that's the birthing process of the new plantation. Yeah, I just came out of Waco. Everywhere I went, I need to go. You need to go. You need to go. You need. Yeah, next place I go, I need to go. Next place I need to go. Goddamn, I need growth. Yeah, I need growth. Goddamn, I need growth, man. I need some growth, man. Yeah, I know that I'm gonna need growth, man. I need growth, man, from the motherfucking knees I grew from the plantation. You know what I'm saying? Knee deep in motherfucking shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want me on 10 toes with a running start. Nah. From the knees I grew. Yeah, that's where they get down on your knees. Here's a misdemeanor. Why the fuck you want to give me a misdemeanor, man? The fuck you want me to fall on knees, man? Get down on your knees. Why you want to give me felonies, man? Yeah, Ray Sean, goddamn, why everything about Sean, man, correct, Sean. Yeah, you plan to take Sean in the plantation, man? Yeah, motherfucking private prison, nigga, your prize is Sean, huh? You investigate Sean, huh? You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, interrogation. Goddamn, you terrorists is gay, Sean. Corpse and rape, Sean. Yeah. God damn, why's everything about Sean? But you always want to shut up, man. Yeah, pull myself up by my motherfucking own bootstraps. What motherfucking bootstraps? From the knees I grew from the plantation. From the knees I grew from the knees, Negro. And I need motherfucking growth, but everywhere I go, I need to go. Man, I don't belong here, yeah. And Jesus was homeless. Jesus and his 12 disciples, actually 13, including Mary Magdalene, yeah, which was a prostitute, which was that he had to cast 7 demons out of. And they all followed Jesus' plan, but they was homeless. They went from town to town, depending on the community to feed them. Yeah. But everybody's perpetrating, talking about they'd help out Jesus. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was out there walking that walk out in Waco on Lake Ave. My bad. Goddamn, I'm bad company. I'm trying to hurry. Yeah, but I was on Lake Head walking on lake and water. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of motherfucking wackos. I'm back in 512. This HK Connect. This is a real motherfucking church right here. I'm hoping up one. Yeah, and I'm hoping this community ain't out of socket and try to put somebody in the pocket because prophets don't profit around this motherfucker. I'm a messy nigga, but I'm a messenger. Yeah, church.
All right, give it up for church. Woo! Okay. Oh, we're actually coming to the end of the show. Just want to let you know that after we bring on our last live performer, we are going to do the speed round with the guys that are still online with us. You guys still there?
The virtual round.
The virtual round, virtual speed round. You guys still there? Who's there?
Yes, we're here.
Waiting.
Okay.
Cool.
So I heard 3 people. Is that am I correct?
I think so. I'll make sure.
I'm still here.
I got
still here.
I got Birdman. I got Tom. I got Reggie.
Clint.
And Clint. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, and Clint's there too. Yeah.
Oh wow. Hey, I look cool right there.
4.
Okay.
4 online contestants.
Yes. For wrapping up the live show, I can't think of anyone better
Neither
to
can
do
I.
it than Chris Tan.
Okay, Chris, take him away.
What's up, guys? Yes! Packed house out here at Kick Butt. It's so sad the virtual world can't see this. Packed house right now.
You're lying, and we can
no.
see it from the camera.
No, you got a glitch. You got a glitch, man. Update your Firefox. Update it, man. Oh, hot tamale. I was scared. I was like, okay, it's just the host and we got somebody working in the back. That's all we cooking with. But then you reminded me of Virtual Land, and I was like, yes. The audience just essentially doubled right now. This is a packed house here at Kick Butt.
And there's viewers online too.
Oh, yes. All right. These Mormon jokes are really going to hit a big crowd tonight. They're going to hit. They're going to hit. One thing I learned from that last performer at church, you cannot run the light if you close your eyes and you just don't see the light. I think that's what I learned. Right? Also, I think at this point, I'll just speak what's on my mind. Thank you for making that mango smoothie. It was honestly delicious. Yeah, I think it did the trick. I was just like, it's going to be my special treat for getting off stage. But that last one took a little longer than I thought, so I was like, I got to just sip it right now. Otherwise, it's going to spoil. I don't want my mango to turn into like a rotten apple by the end of this. Yeah, let's see, Virtual Land. Let's see if you like this joke. I got a big family because my parents are Buddhist in the streets and Catholic in the sheets.
Yep. I remember
Yes. Yes. It's against our religion to pull out. That's why every person who converts to Buddhism eats ass. I don't get it, man. 33% are at least polyamorous, I swear. Are you guys from Austin?
No.
No?
One from Houston.
Houston?
One from North Carolina.
I've been here. I've been here
North
since
Carolina.
'94, so
94.
I'm basically a native.
Yeah, basically. I was born here in '96. Where are you from? Cleveland. Oh yes. I love Cleveland. Actually, I really liked it. How do you feel about Cleveland? It's dangerous. I didn't think. Certain areas are.
Yeah, you probably didn't go to the dangerous area.
No, I definitely didn't. I think the city planners made it like a little bit separated from the ghetto and like the more white areas, like Mayfield, and then like the parts where you can buy drugs and guns, basically, right? People give Cleveland a lot of shit, though. It was cool to be Cleveland's third Asian. Yeah, I liked it, man. I asked my friend where Chinatown was, so he sent me the address. It was my address.
That's a good one. Keep that one.
Thank you, sir. I had no idea, man. Had no idea. I should have known, though, because I got so many happy endings there. I lived alone.
Getting better.
Isn't that crazy? A city, like the city, like it changed my personality a bit. Man, I swear, like it made me more white. Like by the time I moved away from Cleveland, I had an Adderall prescription, so I could just like keep focusing on getting better at hacky sack. I was just like, yes, I'm grooving into this. Yes, play some frisbee golf too. Ooh. When you're amped up on that Adderall on a frisbee golf course, all you can think is, where can I get good cocaine? Not in Cleveland? More like ketamine these days, right?
Most tranquilizer.
What is your drug of choice? Yeah.
Tea. Cup of tea.
Cup of tea. Weed? Really? That's good. You got some restraint then. There's so much other stuff on the market these days. You go to 6th Street, you can just find like a barrel of ketamine.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah? You're like, oh, yeah, I touched that shit, never again. You went back to the basics. That's smart.
No, it's like the time that I accidentally smoked PCP.
Uh-huh. What happened?
It was fucking terrifying. I don't recommend it at all.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I ended up like totally freaking out and locking myself in my aunt's basement for like a day.
Uh-huh.
Just completely tripping out. Not a good idea. Don't recommend it.
Okay, that duly noted. I do not want to ruin a family reunion with my trip. Oh, jeez. You're like good old Cleveland days before I had that PCP. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not in any crazy drugs, man. I just like to try and get high on life.
Get the ladder.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Virtual Land.
We love you.
Isn't that crazy, though? You live in a place and it changes your personality. Like my friend, he moved out to Detroit. Now he's dead. When I found out my ex cheated on me, I told that bitch to move there, too. Yeah. Shit, I got close lost in thought to bringing Detroit to her. Yeah. Someone's like, oh, shit, that hit home a little too hard. No. Yeah, I was about to get some PCP up in that V. I don't know.
It really does. It feels like you're not moving very fast.
Oh.
It feels like you're underwater or like you're dreaming and you can't punch hard.
Oh, that's the worst feeling. Oh, my God.
Why people, do it and they're like,
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh my God. You're basically like in an insane asylum where you're like wrapped up in that little like mummy wrap, right?
no, you just lose your shit.
Oh God. How long did it last?
Like 2 days.
2 days? Jesus. Man, it's honestly amazing that you still do weed. I would just like go the complete opposite direction and just like live in a church and just like pray every day. I would only be able to get high on God instead.
What God?
Nobody has offered me PCP in Austin.
PCP seems
Really?
like
At Walgreens? They offer that to you? A coworker or a customer?
Can't hear you.
Uh-huh.
When I lived in Canyon Lake, I had a lady try and buy a sandwich at the Subway I was working at with a handful of Adderall.
Hey, that'll pay for itself. That's smart. That means she's taking the Adderall too.
I was like, lady, it is $15.25. And she's like, it's $15.25. I'm trying to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just pay for your fucking sandwich, please.
Having a good conversation.
Yeah, no, I don't have the bar. There's a microphone behind the bar, but it's not wired into the sound system.
Oh, basically she said that somebody was trying to pay her in Adderall, which honestly, pretty good currency, I think. People go gold, you got to go white with that powder. That's the good kind of powder.
But they were trying to pay a sandwich with Adderall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you think Jared actually got skinny? He was on that Adderall. That's how he really got paid. He wasn't eating the 12-inch footlongs. No. None of that Black Forest ham shit.
The worst part about working there was I was a manager there right when he got caught with all the pedophilia.
Whoa!
And we had to, like, overnight had to take down all of the stuff with his face on it. Anything with his face on it, we had to take it down and throw it away. Like, I got a call from, like, the franchise owner, and he was like, yeah, this news is supposed to break in the morning. I need you to go around the shop and take everything with his face off of it.
Holy crap.
And for those of you online, she was saying that she used to work at Subway, and when Jared got busted, literally overnight they had to pull down all the Jared posters and caricatures that they had of him up at their restaurants. This needs to be gone by the morning. 'Cause
Good thing that now you work at a place where the icon is an animated face. That's easier to take down. He can't fuck things up, all right? He's just going to kick a wall really hard and maybe break his foot instead of someone's childhood. That's more safe. Yeah, you made a good career choice getting out of Subway and moving here. Shoot. Man, wait, so did anything else like change like corporate wise? Did y'all have to talk a little differently? Nope. Okay, that was an easy fix.
you couldn't say the J word.
The J word?
I mean, people would ask us about it, and I was just like, I don't know anything about it.
Is Jared? No, is Jared with a G or a J? J, right? You can't say the J word.
Yeah.
You can't say the J word at Subway.
Yeah, he was already creepy enough. I don't think he needs his name to start with a G. Jared. Garrett.
Garrett.
No. Damn. I don't think there's a better way to wrap up this night, guys, than having an ex-Subway employee tell us about the inner workings of Jared and how it affected Subway internally.
Behind the scenes.
That's some good HR scoops. And now she's here making some killer mango smoothies. All right, have a good night, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
This portion of the show brought to you by Subway. Eat fresh, but not with Jared.
Yes, let's give it up for Chris Tan.
That portion of the show was not brought to you by Subway.
Working interactively.
That was just a joke.
Please do not attempt to pay for goods and services with illegally obtained drugs.
See, I'm not worried about Subway coming after us for saying that. But if we would have said something about Disney, fucking the mouse would be on us. The mouse would be on us tomorrow. Yeah, the mouse.
You said the D word and it wasn't dick.
The mouse would be on us tomorrow.
All right, well, Ernie, hush up or else the mouse is going to pull our program
Their attorneys
down.
will be waiting at the door in the morning.
All right, Lost in Thought, you take it away on the virtual speed round.
So, in the speed round.
They have to do it naked?
I guess we wouldn't be able to tell.
Hold on a second. No.
I guess we wouldn't. So we're going to start off with Tom Moon, then Birdman 313,
Yeah.
then Clint the Poet,
Oh, yeah.
then very strong ending with Reggie Goodwin.
Woo! Are you guys ready? Take it away.
Here we go. Are you ready? Right. When Alex Haley plagiarized Roots, he said that he was giving my people a myth to live by. I was sharing a black poetry reading on the east side of Austin, mentioned that Malcolm X started as a drug dealer and Martin Luther King was the serial adulterer. When the teacher reminded me, these children need heroes. They all need someone to look up to as role models. And I became so conflicted. Are we the purveyors of false myths? Every poet a fantasist? Every culture has both myths and mythmakers. In 2021, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, judge and juries destroying credibilities. If these Greek gods were wildly feral and Sumerian storm gods Old Testamental. Media exposure kills more than it elevates. Ask R. Kelly versus Bill Cosby. Myths surround presidents, pop stars, billionaires. Ask conspiracy theorists. Poets assist in the weaving of such by praise poems at inaugurations, as the young Mayakovsky praised the revolution, then soured on Stalin and suicided. So Kate Tempest evolves as our feminist icon. Myths surround us posthumously. Unless tonight we create our own tarot and astrology, we are always subject to other people's judgments. Tell me, what's your best myth and who really believes it? Whoopee! Yay!
All right, here we go. When dreams and reality collide. Have you ever had an imaginary friend, whether it was real only to you or just someone with whom to voice your thoughts? Fairies have been the main characters in children's books for a long time. An inventor imagines or dreams about something before it exists. Writers develop a character from their mental visions. A composer writes music after hearing a mysterious waterfall pour down a mountainside. Our subjective reality tunes in a reality that others don't always see. What is subjective reality versus objective reality? A dream may be real to some, but to others on the outside world, it doesn't exist. Some live in a reality that doesn't exist and is surrounded by mysteries, while being obsessed in order to find peace in their dream. Words often collide when dreams and reality meet. The wonderful world of imagination has caused many to question an artist's sanity, as well as their own sanity, even to the point where we question our own culture of colliding emotions. Some dreams are sometimes better left as dreams, while the manifestation turns out not to be as solid as once thought. Allowing ourselves to finally accept the changing times as dreams and reality are measured by the unknown and on an inspirational journey. Stories come to us inspired by dreams, from quiet moments surrounded by nature, from music played in the background, or a line from a movie. The line between a dream and reality can be confusing and sometimes scary. It can, however, also be a liberating experience. Thank you, Birdman 313.
Yay, Birdman.
Woo!
You're on, Clint.
This is called A Poet from the Future. One sunny day, a long time ago in my youth, I was sitting by the lake in the green grass, writing a new poem on purple paper. A peculiar stranger, an old man, walked up to me and said he was a poet from the future and asked me for a favor. He asked if I would write a poem about him and then suddenly disappeared into a misty vapor. Stunned, I quickly wrote down some lines. I wrote about the poet from the future and made sure that it rhymed. I never saw him again over the years many times. I would return to the same spot by the lake in hopes that he'd be there. One day, when myself had grown old, I walked to the water's edge one last time to seek him, but I was beginning to believe that experience was special and rare. But as I approached the same spot by the lake, I thought I saw him sitting in my spot, but it was a young man. Yet again, I'd made a mistake. I walked up to the young man and was going to ask him if he'd seen anyone strange walking about. When I saw the young man's face look up at me to see who it was that spoke to him, I saw that the young man was me. Hard to believe, but I was for certain and had no doubt. I told him I was a poet from the future. Shocked and amazed was he, though not as shocked as I was, realizing that before I vanished, that the poet from the future was me.
Yay! Yay, Clint. Yep, yep.
That was a nice one, Clint.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, now wrapping it up. Wrapping it up is the future candidate for 2024, Mr. Reginald Goodwin.
This is a collab between myself and Tom Moon. Holiday in Afghanistan. Starting with Tom. And while we are there, take some holiday pics of civilians handcuffed to bars being struck with rifles while post-traumatic stress soldiers bomb wedding parties. Maybe we will curse into beautiful Pakistan, fly in on a drone with a camera in its nonsense and bomb people in their houses. Perhaps we can cross borders undercover in that phantom zone where guerrillas meet in caves near Tora Bora, where the bones of Osama are splattered beneath 500-pound bunker busters. We have the freedom to invade for no reason, send more troops in like those before us. British, Russians, both of whom lost. They withdrew when their overseas jaunt grew deadly. They imported their weapons back to their frontline homelands. Now we have terror bombs going off in Britain when all the bombs we sent out overseas want to come back home to deal like our National Guard with New Orleans, Ruby Ridge, Waco, Oklahoma City, so we might never have to worry about terror again. We exported it. It returned to us. Now we holiday at home, nervously take off our shoes and belts and laughter on airplanes and try not to remember when we were free to holiday in foreign lands without fear or favor, greeted as saviors, now no longer the favor of the flavor of the month, and all our dollars turn to yuan, and we cannot afford even to live at home. We are civilians. My answer to that piece. We voted for change. Other than melanin, we get more of the same. Claptrap gunboat diplomacy, encouraged by those less evolved than intellectuals, scientists, poets, prophets instead. Ditto heads, hockey moms, birthers, deathers. Volume transcends reason, past summer teabag rallies, and in this Yuletide season, they shout, I want my country back, when the sad news, it has never been. Democracy is a dream we've lacked for a long, long time. That disappeared when the first robber barons used lawyers to interpret the 14th Amendment to give personhood to ex-slaves for themselves. Corporations equal corpus equals body equals person. Isn't it so self-evident, obvious? Corporations equal corpus equals body equals person, which has more influence over our so-called politicians than votes, which is why healthcare reform is not a no-brainer, but a shouting match joke invoked by insurance companies, business busing and roughnecks that require us to carry shame and blame the person seeking care for continuation of their lives and welfare, of defrauding a system they set up only for maximum profit. But I digress. In a country that broke ground on a creation museum instead of planetariums or presidential libraries for C+ students, come motivational speakers, ex-presidents that left us with a massive deficit. Brains are what we're lacking.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Lane, give that virtual speed round lineup again.
That was Tom Moon, Birdman 313, Clint the Poet, and Reggie Goodwin.
Hell yeah. See, one thing I love about this is that they start out the night and they also finish up the night. So, badass, guys. Thank you.
It was funny because Clint the Poet has been with us now for a few weeks, right?
Mhm.
But I never assigned him, like everyone that calls in on the Skype call, I assign them a channel. So over here, when I'm selecting my video, one will say Tom Moon, Birdman, Reginald, whatever, and I can Rayla, and I can just click on that, and bam, I can have the full screen shot instantly. I never had a chance to set that up with Clint. Although, I mean, I got him on the screen, I never had his solo shot, so to speak. So I had to stretch his image to make it full screen. And right before he was going to read just now on the speed round, I decided, wait, let me set this up real quick. And I swear, like with the seconds to go, I just hit click and I finished, and boom, he was on, and bam, it worked. I was like, wow.
Yep, he's part of us.
Wow.
Way to go, Ernie.
Now you have your own preset in my little algorithm over here.
Well, you are wonderful, and I love you.
And who was the guy that was here earlier? The new
Yeah, who is that new voice?
the virtual
That
one.
was Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Jonathan, yeah.
Yeah, and he joins you guys on some other like Zoom calls, right?
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, I think I've seen this picture. Like when you guys posted pictures of the other Zoom calls, I recognized him.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, tell him we really appreciate him joining the show tonight. I hope he enjoyed it.
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay, guys, this has been another excellent night. And
Excellent.
And Alyssa, thank you so much for keeping us fed, caffeinated, and buzzed. Appreciate.
Yes.
Ernie B, thank you for not shutting off my mic in the middle of it. I also appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was actually telling a customer that because I was training a newbie, and I said, when you want to come out through the PA, you got to sound a little pissed to project. I was, like, pick up line 101, like that. You got to sound a little pissed because sometimes she was going, line 101, please. I'm like, I'm right behind you, and I couldn't understand.
Nobody's going to hear that,
Yeah. And then so at one point she did that, and I was in another department of the store, and I was like, good job. And my customer started laughing, and I told her the story about how Ernie B sometimes shuts off my microphone, and I go, I don't need it. So, naturally loud. So,
Mr. Moon, Mr. Tom Moon, I have to say that picture you have back there with Alyssa.
Oh, yeah, Alyssa was freaking out. She was like, where'd you get that?
It kind of looks like she's going to take a bite out of the back of your neck.
It looks like she's about to hit you with the balloon, honestly.
She's going to take a bite out of your neck. If she had fangs or something.
Hey, Ernie, do not mock the vampires, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we all remember McGruff saying, take a bite out of Tom.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I did sound for McGruff one time in
okay, that's
in Laredo.
That's another story. We'll bring that to another show, Ernie B. Should I do the thing?
Yes, let's do that.
You have been witness to the best, the baddest open mic in the ATX, spoken and heard live every Sunday night at Kick Butt Coffee, Music, and Booze. It's not just an open mic, it is a show, not a show without each and every one of you, including you, Kristen. Thank you and good night!